Hello, this is John Cavalli, and this is your July, gosh, it's hard to believe already, your July capital market, economic, and financial planning update. I'm happy to bring this to you before the heat of the summer of August. If this year keeps going by as fast, we're going to be in December before we know it. But I'm going to cut to the laptop here. I'm trying a different camera to get a better picture. I hope you enjoy. And we've got some great stuff. So thank you for watching in advance, and we'll be right over here in just a second. All right, here we are on the actual post. And I've done this a little bit different this time because I wanted to show you, since you're watching the video, I'm going to give you a little extra information here. Our financial planning tip of the month, I'm going to jump right in, is if we're using bill paying automated checks, please be careful. We've had multiple issues with these. And here's what these are. A lot of the banks and the financial institutions have where you can go on and click, and it looks like you're paying electronically, but it's actually an outsourced service that sends an electronic check via the mail, and as soon as it goes out of the door of the service, it gets a little bit hard to track. We've had issues with old addresses. We've had issues with the checks just get caught in the slow mail. And so I wanted to bring this up. My suggestion is it's so easy to ACH this day and age. And ACH is the Automatic Clearing Corporation's version of wiring. It takes 1 day. Most everybody allows you to ACH for no charge. And it works very similar to electronic wires. So I would highly recommend we use that. So if we got to use electronic checking, use it sparingly. If it's a big check, please write it yourself. I would prefer you write it yourself so you have a good record and you mail it. And always, 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 if you do have to use, or it's most convenient if you're away from home, or you just have to use ACH, double check that address that it's going to be sent out on to make sure it's good. All right, moving right along. Earnings review. Here are the earnings. Basically, we were looking for, and the street was looking for somewhere between a 5 and 6% earnings growth, which is not bad. We had virtually nothing last quarter. And as you can see, we're through 230 companies, and we're right around a 6%. So we could 6.7. We could fall off, but that's much better. This is from FactSet, by the way. We could fall off as we get through the second half of earnings numbers, but I'm really pleased with this. Moving on. Oh no, not the interest rate chart. Okay, for sticking with me this long, seeing my mug to start out with, you're going to get a special treat. All right, bear with me. Here we are. Okay, here's our interest rate chart. This is the Voodoo Chart that we talked about and we've been talking about. And you'll see this is actually the interest rate on the 10-year. This is about a 3% range. This is about 3% here, and this is about 1.6. So we had a move mid last year from 1.6 all the way up to 3. We bounced right around 3 at the beginning of this year. I, along with all the other fellow duped professionals, ended up saying, yeah, it's going to go to 4. Sure, the Fed's going to come off of their quantitative easings, and we would think that it would go to 4. Well, it broke down. It broke down from this bar. It clearly broke our Voodoo trend bar. Now, what do? This is a new bar that we create. Bear with me, I've never done this in live time before. This bar now goes from being an uptrend to now a downtrend. And you can see how this works. It's meant to take the emotion. See how neat that is? Hopefully this is showing up as well on the video as it is on my screen. Let me enlarge this a little bit so you can see. Here we go. Look how neat that looks. All right, now we try and take all the emotion out of it. Instead of having to break through this 3, we want these interest rates to break up around 2.7. Go figure, 2.7. We thought it would be at 4. If they continue down even further, this is the new channel. If they continue down, this is the trend, and they break through this, we may make another leg down. But wanted to bring that up to you. I'm going to post this chart in the actual blog post here. But for watching the video, You get to see it in live time and change. Pretty slick. A little bit of Voodoo Charts. We don't use technical. This is known as technical analysis. We don't use technical analysis all the time, nor do we depend on it. However, there are times like this. Maybe we can scoot this chart up, or scoop this trend line up just a little bit. I'll leave this and we'll reference it in future videos. But now you see how we made the sausage in this video. So thanks for sticking with me. And that is your July 2014 financial planning video, financial planning review, economic, and little Voodoo chart. Have a good rest of the summer, and we will talk to you in August.